Now let's see about how to export for notes. First, let's open the notes pane. Then there is combo box of export to. There are different file formats that can be exported. They are text file, PDF file, Excel file, Word file, and image file. Let's try for text file to export for Bibles. Here there is export for notes in text file for Bible versions. For example, I will choose now for the King James version, standard view. Here there is the King James version. I can save it now. Where I can put the file, I will put it in the desktop. I will create new folder. The new folder I will rename it as exported files. Exported files. I will open the new folder. File name I will name it as King James version. I will save it. It has been saved. I will close the dialog box. Now let's see also for other files. For example, PDF file. Here I can choose book notes. For example, if I select all, it can be selected for all, but I will deselect and I will choose only for the book of Ruth. Inline header, I will include my username and date. I'll save it. Book note for Ruth. Book note Ruth. Okay, now let's continue also for other, for example, chapter notes. It's the same that can I use. For example, I will choose for Matthew chapter 3. I will choose for standard. I will include username and date. Okay, I will save it. Chapter notes of Matthew 3. Chapter notes, Matthew 3. Also, I can choose verse group note. For example, I will choose salutation in Paul's epistles. I will choose inline header. I will save it. Here it is verse group notes. Verse group of salutation in Paul's epistles. Salutation. Okay, I will continue also for the contextual notes. If I click it here, I will choose standard. Then I can see the preview. In the preview, what I observe is first the book note of Genesis, then chapter 1, then verse note of Genesis 1:1. Also, if I continue, chapter 2, chapter note of chapter 2 of Genesis, then verse note of Genesis 2:1. It will continue like that. I can save it. I can name it as contextual notes. Also, I can include Bible versions with contextual notes. For example, I will choose American King James Version with book note, chapter note, and verse note. I will select all. I choose for standard. Look now, there is American King James Version, the book name, then the book note, then the chapter note, then the verse, then there is verse note. It will continue like that. Then Genesis 1:2, then there is verse note of Genesis 1:2. It will continue like that. Let's see also in chapter 2. There is chapter 2, then there is chapter note for Genesis chapter 2, then Genesis chapter 2, then verse note of Genesis chapter 2. It is inside the chapter note, there is verse note. I can save it now. This is American King James Version with notes. I'll close it now. Also, I can export in Word and Excel. This one needs Microsoft Office on your computer. I can choose also for image file. I will choose, for example, Word Group Study. Here there are many. I will choose for Family in New Testament that I have studied. I will choose Standard. I will include also username and the date. I'll save it. It is Family in the New Testament. Family in the New Testament. Okay, I'll save it. Also, I can choose for verse notes. Here I will choose, for example, from the verses that I have studied. For John chapter 3, verse 16, inline header, I will include username and date. I will name it John 3, verse 16. I'll save it. Also, I can choose for Word Study. Here I will choose for Bright Standard. I'll choose it. Include username and date. I'll save it. That's for word study for bright. Okay, I will close it and I will check how it's saved now. I will minimize it and I will open the file. Here there are the export ones. For example, I will choose for American James version with notes. Look, it's the same as the preview. Also, I can check for the bright. It's the same as the preview, also this one. Also, I can check for the King James version. It's the same as I saw in the preview. Here it's only the Bible of the King James version. Thank you for the show.